Here we go. We got GHOUL in the house. How you doing, my friend?
Chilling.
Chilling? Everything
Yeah.
good with you?
Yeah. For right now, I'm pretty good. Taking care of some legal issues. Not really painting as much as I used to.
Yeah. What kind of legal issues are how long do you think you're gonna be dealing with that shit for?
I should be good by July. July should be all settled out with. So till then, I gotta stay out of trouble. Keep my fingernails clean. All that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been writing? Like,
I started writing and when COVID hit. When COVID hit, that's when I started painting.
wow, you went hard from then.
Yeah.
Just hit the ground running, huh?
Yeah, the reason why I started painting was because I had a little sister that passed away. She used to write trips. She was from NGK, like I was, and she passed away. So, in order to keep her name alive and her memory alive, I started getting up as much as I could, trying to catch as much fame as I could. So I could hit her up. Wherever you see a GHOUL, you see a trips tag for sure, and that's pretty much the reason why I I started painting because of my little sister that passed away.
Well, sorry for your loss, man. I know, it's got to be tough to do, to deal with. When every time you hit that name up, it's got to be like, keeping the memory alive, but it's also got to be a little sad right there.
Yeah, yes.
Did you have any other like early influences, like people that like from when writing and stuff that like made you?
Uh, some some graphics that kind of inspired me, I guess, that I used to see up a lot were Esto, Plager, yeah, those foods they were killing back in the day, and I'll see them up. But other than that, there's a gang of heads that used to get up, OGs and shit. But Esto is one of versus versus one of my favorite.
Yeah, Versus is definitely a badass. What area did you grow up in?
I grew up in North Hills,
North Hills.
91343.
That's right. Um, when you go out writing, is there anything in particular that you like to look for? Like, is there certain things you like to do, or like?
I like catching billies, billboards. It's like a cheat code. I like to see it as a cheat code, cause not a lot of fools are down to catch billies, and they rock and they always catch people's eye, whether they're writers or not. If you're on a billboard, you're getting attention regardless. So that's one of my main things. I like catching billies, and I like doing rollers, trains, all that shit. I like it all.
That's funny you say Billy's. I mean, like, not a lot of people will know this, but I know this because I'm your friend and I wrote with you a lot. You actually don't like heights.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
fucking don't like heights at all.
Yeah, I'm scared of heights. I am. I don't go to Six Flags. I don't go to Universal. I've been to Disneyland, but just cause of my kids and stuff. But I do not like heights. I do not.
So when you go up to a Billy and you're gonna do it, like, do you have to like mentally psych yourself up for it, or you just don't think about it?
The thing, something that a lot of people don't know about when I do catch a billy, I'm up there for like 15 minutes, just sitting there, trying to pull myself together and yeah, to do it, cause I'm scared of heights. So it takes me a good 15 minutes before I even start painting. I'm just sitting there, trying to keep myself calm, and then, like I said, I do it for trips. So I just think about her, and then I catch the billy.
That's right. Yeah. So like one of the reasons I brought you here is just we have a couple of mutual friends, that passed away. I was gonna, mention, homie Bisbee. I known that for a long time, and we also have a common friend, Rip. I want to talk a little bit about Rip just because that's the boy right there. So I just want to keep his name out there, keep that fool's memory alive, and we both hit him up. So
Rep was a close friend of mine, and I remember he used to back in the day before Rip started getting up, he like how he was before he passed away. He was doing the couple thing with Rip and Wana, kind of like Black and Honey, Odie and Weta. It was Rip and Wana, I remember. And just before I started kicking it with him, and they were doing that couple thing for a long time. That's when I remember I met Rip. I met Rip off of the homie Christ one night, and then we clicked, and then started painting with him, and we became real close. He's one of my best friends, and it sucks that he passed away. I think if I would have never gotten busted, I think he would have still been here, but that's just my opinion, because I used to look out for him. I used to try to keep him on the right path and stuff. And I feel like if I would have never gotten busted, I would have still been here to make sure nothing would have happened, keep him straight and shit. But rest in peace, Rip.
Yeah, he's just one of those good guys that, like, you know, not. I've never heard anyone say anything bad about that guy. He just got a good energy, a good heart.
Down to earth. He was down to earth, and he loved the whole scene, the whole Graff game. I remember when I was painting with Rose, Rip would fucking be like so excited that we were painting with Rose and stuff. But he idolized the whole game. Like, Rose was killing it for a cool minute before he fell off and shit. So I remember Rip.
He was when he got out of jail, out of treatment actually, and then me, you, and him went, and then later that night I took him to go paint with Hopes, and he was real stoked about that, you know. And that was like one of the last times, like, you know, he went out bombing like that. I just remember he was super stoked. And yeah,
I was supposed to go that night.
You were with us earlier because we all hit a spot, and then after that, you know, you weren't feeling well, your stomach and shit. And then I took him with Hopes, and then
I told him don't go home because I'm going home, fool.
He wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't. He was excited, dude. Yeah, and then we were gonna go again after that, and it was like, you know, like that guy right there, like he just loved life, man. That's why I was trying to tell him. I was like, man, fucking, you just gotta, you know, I'm like, just do it for you, you know, like, don't worry about like all that, you know, that other shit. But he was mad talented. He played a guitar. That's how, I guess, how he got that name Rip, because he motherfucker could rip on that shit. He was gonna actually teach my son guitar. He was gonna get my son guitar lessons and shit. I was looking forward to that.
He used to shred, Rip.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. I love you, man.
Yeah, Rip Ross, man. I fucking love you, man. That fool he's a fucking good heart, man. Good soul and shit. So like when you did that couples thing, you did that for a little bit too. There's a lot of like little couples that around that time. You know, you and that chick Canvas were out there painting, and dude in Berlin were painting, and Odie and Wera were painting.
Yeah. Canvas was I was the reason why Canvas started painting. I don't really like to talk about Canvas, but there was a time where we were hitting spots together and shit. Started painting because we had met and shit, but it didn't last that long.
Relationships are tough, man, especially in the Graff shit, where there's like, you know, motherfuckers see a girl, you know, like with the social media, motherfuckers be hitting them. It's just a lot of stuff, a lot of factors in that shit.
Yeah, fucking, I don't know. You have a girl that paints with you, you gotta be careful, dog, because most of them don't paint just to paint. They're, you know, groupies.
Yeah, a lot of those girls that be doing that, would do too much with those, trying to get attention with those Instagram videos they be posting and shit, with all that bending over and shit.
Yeah, to each his own. I mean.
Yeah, I know. If that's what they want to do, you know, it's the attention they want. So yeah. GHOUL's an interesting name. How did you get that name, GHOUL?
GHOUL, I got that name. I actually had 5 names before GHOUL.
5?
Yeah, 5, and I don't really like to talk about them because they were pretty embarrassing. One of the homies that I grew up with, his name is Trejo Sense. He used to be from SBS, PFG. That fool was like one of my mentors. He he didn't teach me, but just seeing him going out and painting before I even started painting will just fucking like motivate me to fucking go out. But I didn't start painting till COVID hit. But this fool was killing it way before that fool sense. Yeah. But back to the question. I came up with Ghoul one night because I used to write Venom at first, and then Trejo sense that fool told me, fool, that name's burned out. Fool, there's a lot of Venoms in the Graff game. Fool, you gotta find a name that nobody has. Fool. And I tried coming up with some other names. I'm not gonna say them because they're kind of funny. He dissed every single one of them. Every single one of them. Like for example, I wanted to write rank RENK, and he's all like, "Come on, fool! They're gonna be dissing you, calling you a ranker. You don't want that." Oh, all right. So the second name that I wanted to write was Pest. He's all like, "Fool, you can't do that, fool. There's already a Pest from IHS, and that fool gets down." So this was like fuck. So one night I was just fucking. This is when LimeWire was still around. I was downloading a bunch of Misfits songs, and I heard the song "Ghoul's Night Out" by the Misfits, and then I went on 50mm. I'm like, cool. Let me check if anybody has that anybody has that name. So I went on 50mm, and I searched and searched and searched, and there was no Ghoul. So yeah, that's how I started writing Ghoul.
Yeah, you said rank. That I remember a guy when he was a really good writer, but he ended up getting into gangbang. He used to write Rink, RINK from JS back in the day. He was badass. He was a really good artist. He used to write with this dude Den from 80K a long time ago. So then Ghoul, so that's it. You just like stuck with that, like no other like little aliases, no other like.
Nah, Ghoul 73. That's my number. Ghoul 73.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started writing Ghoul, and somebody told me there was another Ghoul from CBS, Cali Bounce Squad, but that wasn't the case. The thing was, there's another Ghoul that passed away. He's an OG, but he wasn't a painter. From what they told me, he didn't write. His dad is Exhaust from CBS, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's Ghoulie. They used to call him Ghoulie. I write Ghoul, but they used to call him Ghoulie, and yeah, that was his son that passed away too. Yeah, but other than that, I haven't ran into no other Ghouls that I know of or anything.
Yeah. You know any other like writers or anyone you want to speak about, like that had like just give them a shout out to or a mention, like anyone that maybe a writer that passed away, or like someone that you look up to, or someone that you just want to say what's up to.
Well, there's some fucking writers that I give props to. Merch being one of them. Lager, the whole OTR squad. Those was get it. Those was from UTI. Legendary. I met a couple of them. Shit. But shout outs to homies that passed away would be Fluffy from PGS. Let me see. My cousin Rex from AOR. He's from Vegas, Northtown. There's a bunch of homies that passed away and stuff that sucks because passed away too soon, if you ask me. Like drugs, fucking, they're dropping
them. I lost so many people to drugs. It's crazy,
Yeah, they're just dropping people left and right. So be careful. You're fucking around and getting high and shit. So be careful with that. I lost a lot of homies.
Rest in peace, Pink Tesla.
Pink Tesla.
Yeah, give him a shout out.
Yeah, he wasn't a writer, but
but still,
he was a close friend of mine. Yeah, he passed away overdose. Yeah, there's a lot of people that dropped because of that drug. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I can't believe how many people that I know have passed away on overdoses, man. It sucks.
Yeah, and I know some people that like have overdose, and then they go back to it. You know, they'll get clean, and then like that's what gets them. They think they still have that same tolerance, and then it gets them, man. But I really appreciate coming through. Fucking, this was short notice, but we're definitely gonna do another parts of this. You know, after we'll come in, like after your, I'll get all your legal issues worked out. You know, and then I get my legal issues worked out and shit like that.
Definitely, yeah.
I do want to say like that one story that I'll never forget. Like when me and you got busted together and shit, and then they took us to Mission, and then they took us back to Van Nuys, and I was telling my homie the other day, I was like, we just had a moment like when we were sitting there and shit, and like when you're like, damn, boys, what are you tripping for? What are you worried about? You're about to go home. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, look at your bracelet, man. You can rip that shit off with your finger. Yeah. You're like, look at my shit. You're just like, oh, bam, like ankle, like thick as fuck, like triple layer, fucking, it's a county jail and shit.
Yeah.
And then like not even less than a minute, she calls my name up. And I'm like, all right. I was like, all right. I stood up there. She's like, your left hand. And then boom, she cuts off my bracelet, and then she puts on a big one. I was like, oh, fuck, dude. We just sat there, we just laughed, and then motherfuckers in there probably, like, those cops probably thought we were crazy, but that shit was crazy. I was just one of those moments that, like, I'll never forget, you know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, fucking, I'm glad they let me out, like, the next day, but I'm pretty positive that you were going home. You did go home.
Yeah, it was just fucking one of those things, man, but, like, you're my boy. You're one of my favorite people to paint with, even though like people think I've said that about other people now, but like for real, like me and you went hard, and we're gonna go hard again. It's just what it is, like, and we're gonna do this again. But I want to thank you, and to say, big ups on your shit, on your, your sobriety. Keep that shit going, and good luck on all your legal issues. And like I said, we'll touch up on this again after all that shit's done. All right, homie?
Yeah, that's good.
Hell yeah.